Africa for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. So he was cooking that meat. So just give it to me now. Shame like that. With the blood in it. A morsel.
Just a chunk of meat.
Yeah, a morsel of meat. Getting that rented with some greens with an egg on it.
It's probably like a classic recipe or something.
Yeah, I know.
Back to their forefathers.
Jesus, some of them really sexy.
Psalm 75, verse 4. I said unto the fools, build up foolishly, and to the wicked, lift not up the horn.
Right, who's the fool? When you hear about fool and wicked, it's talking about the Caucasians. They're the foolish and they're the wicked. Malachi tells me they're the border of wickedness. You know what I mean?
Says here. Says here, lift not up your horn on high, speak not with a stiff neck. For promotion cometh neither from the east, nor from the west, nor from the south. But the Most High Yahweh is the judge, and he putteth down one and set up another. Okay, and that's the reason why our people, when it's speaking today, because the Most High set the wicked, because it shows in Job, chapter 24, 9 and 24, that he could have, the earth will be the hands of the wicked. Okay? We wasn't just taken down by a nation because they were so superior. They had to gather, they had to group up with two other nations, which are the Hamitic Africans, the Hamites, which are the real Africans, not those in the West Coast Africa, those are Israelites. Okay, but they had to group up with the Ishmaelites, which are the so-called Arabs, the Hamites, in order to take down the nation. That's the transatlantic state, which are the three nations. To take down one nation. Okay? It says here. For in the land of the Lord there is a cup, and the wine is red. It is full of mixture, and is poured out of the sea, but the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall drink thereof and drink it. Okay, and that's what's going to happen. Esau, the top wicked nation, the top of that nation, of that tribe is Amalek. Okay, which is the so-called, what they call the so-called, the Jewish Ishmael. He's crazy. He wants to be up. Okay, that's what they call the so-called. Okay, and he wants to be rich. The so-called Negro-Islamic where there was African, are the real Israelites. The top head of the Israelites and the Jewish nation of Israel to the Negroes. Okay, or what you call the, what is it called? So-called African Americans. That's what they're called by. Before they was called Hebrews, then there was called Negroes, then there was called Africans, then there was called African Americans. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall bring them out and drink them. And that's what the Edomites are going to do. Okay, the so-called Caucasians, they're going to go into slavery under us. When Yahweh Shai, who the world is, called Jesus Christ, he comes to save his people, and they're sent to the Israel. Okay? Because no other nation, it needs to be saved. What is the other nation going to be saved? They're not oppressed like how the Israelite man is oppressed. Okay? They're not trodden underfoot as badly as the so-called Negro Hispanic in America, West Africa. Okay? They're not in the media and pushed so so demonized as how we are. So what other nation needs to be have a savior? That's not how it's gonna go down. They're not. Yahweh Shai, who the one that he called Jesus Christ, is not coming down to save any other nation, but his own people. Okay? It says here, they shall bring them out and drink them. Okay, which is yeah, exactly slavery, as it tells you at the precept as well. Lamentations 4:21. Right. They shall go into captivity as we did.
Right.
Okay.
5 for a night, 2 for a tooth, Galatians 6 and 7.
And the scripture says, give them unto double, fill up the cup double for them.
He that leadeth into captivity, go into captivity. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
This has already been written. We're only prophesying stuff was going to come to pass.
Thus saith the Lord.
Yeah.
Exactly. It says here, verse 9, but I will declare forever, I will sing praises to the power of Jacob, which is Yahweh. Okay, and this is the power of Jacob. There ain't no God in Jesus Christ. Okay, the Most High is only dealing with the Israelites. And the Israelites are the so-called Negroes, North America, West Africans there, unbeknownst to you, okay, through the lies that your forefathers have told. Okay, after conquering, okay, rape, robbing, and murder and stealing everyone's resources, and the Israelites. Okay,
it's hard for the white man to believe anything. You see where he walks
Yeah, but you have to understand, they've been taught this for generations.
Yeah, no.
You can't really, so it's like the peons, the top, they know, but these ones here, it's like you can't technically blame them. You can blame them for their wickedness, because they're naturally wicked, but for them to understand it, you can't blame them, because that's all they've been taught. Like in school, we was only taught Muslims, so you can't really blame anyone to when they start kicking up in school and everything, well, we're only going to be like this anyway. They push that.
I realise as well, this is sword, it's weaponry, you know, it's war machine. He expects that he can crush people with his weapons and his tanks and his aircraft carriers and his Apache helicopters. Remember, it's his sword, his blessings to live by the sword. But they're going to die by the sword. That's the Bible. That's for their pride because of their weapons.
It's like Russia. Russia's not playing any game, especially as they signed a treaty with China, which goes back centuries. Well, not centuries, but it goes back a few. I think it was communism. Yeah.
He sounds old.
And Iran. They made a pact with Iran and all this.
Exactly.
So it's already written. Like I said, it's already written. There's nothing. All we're doing is prophesying what's already written. What's going to come to pass.
And technically, we already knew that Russia and China, when it comes to commerce, they're already treated anyway. They've said they did the same thing when they sent a train, a cargo train, or a freight train, basically, from China all the way through to Russia, and then into England. It came at Dagenham docks. It came off at Dagenham docks as a test to see if they could use rail travel to use that for commerce. So obviously, that shows you, that's the connection between Russia and
China. Know about they're dumping the dollar.
Yeah.
Because they've got their own, and what it is, they're trying to take back the SWIFT system. You know where they can transfer money, but they're making their own system. Yeah. And China owns America, literally owns it. You understand? If they was to take out all their assets out of America, America will fall over overnight. And plus, China has bought out Joe Biden, bought out Donald Trump. They call it the China way. There's an advert where the Chinese man, they're all sitting down, he's talking to the Chinese people, he's bored, and then they had an American guy up on the TV, and they were laughing, they were saying it's we control it. You know what I mean? Then an advert in China where a Chinese man, a European looking boy, and he's saying, feed America. I mean, so they're making mockery of him instead. You know what I mean?
when what's his name held up the American flag and in the small print it said made in China.
Right.
So it was funny.
And Chinese think they're up next, but they're going into slavery as well.
Psalm 75 verse 9, I was in there forever. I was sing praises unto the power of Jacob.
Right.
All the horns of the wicked also will I cut off, but the horns of the righteous shall be exalted.
That's the power. When you hear horns, that's the power. The power is going to cut the power off. Literally as well going to cut the power, because it might be an EMP, electromagnetic pulse, destroy Esau's society, because it's got a digital society. It's not mono, digital. So everything's run off electricity.
These electric cars, they don't even know if that is. But they're trying to push the electric, trying to get cars.
So it's basically
combustion cars.
And that's why he's imploding his own. Esau's transitioning without some of his people knowing. That's why they got all these people protesting. They got them in Canada. They don't need all these people now. They've got autonomous cars. They've got robots to do the job. Have you seen that robot where it's all doing all that and got all the expressions and all that?
And then you know what's funny as well? They always make the robot look like an Edomite.
Yeah,
they always put that
they're
face on
going to
it.
make
They
it
can't just let
Edomite.
it be metal or plastic, and they've got to give it an Edomite feature.
Yeah. Well, what it is, they was offering people money so they could take the plastic mold of their face and make a robot with their face. So what it is now, they're going to start replacing people with robots, getting rid of them and making them synthetic people. Because I remember on the balcony of Buckingham Palace, you had Harry and Meghan. But they were robots, they were androids. You could tell his hair wasn't sitting right, and the way they was moving, you know what I mean? She was smiling, those robots they had, man. You know what I mean? Androids, they call them, innit? So yeah, this man's technology, he thinks his technology, Elon Musk and all them, you know what I mean? Their technology is going to be the savior. They're looking to take a hike off this planet anyway. You know what I mean? They want to get off this planet, they know what's coming. They're the elites, innit? They know what's coming.
finish that.
So go to Habakkuk 2 and start at the top. When you finish the video, start looking.
The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 1.
Amen.
I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what you say unto me.
Right.
What I shall answer when I am reproved.
Amen.
And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, that he may run that readeth.
Right, that vision, make it plain. A vision, but make it plain. Because what it is, the Bible sometimes it's got allegories. Yeah, same for you, son. Sometimes it's got allegories. And it's got dark meanings and dark shades. Right?
He knows it's coming in.
Yeah, you know, the spirit, he said, no, man, I'm fucking old, man. I'm only going to die.
Take me off this knee.
Yeah, yeah.
Put me down this bitch. That's it. And Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run and read it.
Right, we're going to run, but read it, understand, make it plain. Because what it tells you now, Nehemiah 8 and 8. Get that quick. That explains it. Get Nehemiah 8 and 8. That we may run. Make it plain on the tables that we may run. Get Nehemiah 8 and 8. Tells you exactly what that means. Take your time, man. I know it's cold out here, but
Yeah, I'm just trying to. My fingers getting stiff.
Nehemiah, Psalm of the This is Nehemiah 8 and 8. And it says, so they read in the book distinctively, they read in the book of the law of God distinctively and gave the sense. Cause them to understand the reading. So read that again.
It says here, Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. The Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run up.
Right, it says here, cause them to understand distinctively. No, reading the book of the law distinctively gave them the sense and caused them to understand the reading. Right? So read that.
It says here, verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Right, the vision is yet for an appointed time. So there's like we read, there's a time for everything. And we're moving rapidly towards a time of the future. When the world, I'll get the one world and the second world and get the third world. So, get the third world, come on, I'll get the other one. Whoa. Whoa, okay.
Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Right, the second world wars, and the third world coming. The third world wars coming. Russia's on the border. They're ready to launch those missiles. So the third world war is coming quickly. Yeah. So we're moving towards that time of that nuclear blast, when the Earth shall reel to and fro. What did it say about the fire?
Maximal destruction.
Yeah, and there's another one. I think it's Luke 10:49, something like that. It talks about the law that comes, there shall be fire on the earth already.
Oh yeah, what will I expect?
Yeah. The other one is Malachi 4 and 1. They that burn. I'm going to read all that.
That's the chap.
So read that. Go there. Let me know. Start Matthew. Yeah.
We'll do this one again and go to Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for for an appointed time.
Right.
By the end it shall speak and not lie.
And he's speaking, and he's not lying now. What did the Lord say? He's going to bring distress. Second Ezra said when we used to see wars and rumors of wars and famines and earthquakes, now we're beginning to see these things before our eyes. That's why we know this Bible is 100% true. What did he say? Just and true. Slavery is in the Bible. Slave ships putting us in chains. That's in the Bible. So it's all coming to pass now. Yeah? Read on.
Revelation chapter 11 verse 14. The second war is past, and behold, the third war cometh quickly.
Right, because we had First World War, we had the Second World War, and now Third World War is coming. Right, and this one's going to be fought with nuclear weapons. Russia's got the Sarmat, Satan 2. They're ready to heat up Europe, so we're going to we might get early fireworks now. Hopefully, yeah. We want it. We want it bad. We can taste it. You understand? We can literally taste the bonfire, the barbecue, innit? We want the early barbecue.
And you know what is it? You know what is it? Because they can walk around, they're gonna smell like what's it? The sweet, what's it called?
Savor.
The sweet savor, innit?
Yeah.
Even what is it? The tattoo artists, they say that there's someone that's a vegan or someone that doesn't eat meat compared to someone that does eat meat, because their burning smell when they do the tattoos is not as sweet as someone that eats meat. They have like a stench.
Yeah, but they've got a natural smell. When white people smell when the water touches them, they've got a smell about it. It's like a wet dog. You know what I mean? I remember the so-called this woman from Sweden. She said, "Is it true? It's true." When she smokes, she goes, "It's true." That they said that our hair smells like wolf or dog. Smells like wet dog. She said, when I was jogging and I come back and I smelled my hair, she said she smelled like a dog. She said it's true. I don't know. It's funny, bro. It's true, they smell like wet dog.
What's the one that says garments for the blood? This one's from
Yeah, it's Isaiah 9:10. Is that one done?
that was the war.
I'm talking about that one.
Oh no, the big one, we get after.
Gonna come to it.
And not like that. It says, Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time,
Right.
but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
It's not gonna lie. Yeah?
But it's not like now. It says here, don't tell you, wait for it,
Right,
because it
wait.
will surely come. It will not
Coming.
tell you.
World War III is telling, but it's coming. Yeah? It's captivity to the so-called Caucasian. It's coming. All this is coming. It's all in the Bible. We know it's in slavery, that is in the Bible. Terry, World War III is coming. Now, Terry, wait for it. Okay? Surely come.
Yeah, that's the he's so rich. Yeah, I'm saying after that, it's so rich.
Get rid of all that and start jumping around. Goes all the other day that come up to all that. Joel, it's all going to happen. Yeah?
Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him.
Right?
But the just shall live by faith, by his faith.
Right. So the soul. That's the end of it.
It says here, verse 5, they also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man. Hear the people at home, who acknowledge his desire as hell, and is as death,
Right?
and cannot be satisfied,
Right?
but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right, and that's what it is. He transgresses by wine. How does he transgress by wine? His philosophies. You know? And he says he heapeth unto him all people. How does he heap it? Why does he do that? Because if you know, by the so-called Greeks and the Romans, they bring everybody. That's why their armies are made by all different nations. He heapeth to him all people. When you go and look at the Chinese majority of them, the Chinese army is full of Chinese. You go to the Russian, full of Russians. East Indian, full of East Indian. But what about the Americans and the so-called Britain and the Europeans? The majority of them are made up of other nations, especially America and Britain, are made up of all different nations. Ethiopia, all these. That's why he's going to lose a war, because it's going to cause a fraction between a friction and fraction between all the so-called people. Because you have a lot of people saying, why are we fighting with these devils, especially the Negroes and all these other nations? They had us in slavery. Why are we fighting for this man who had us in slavery? That's what they're going to say. Yeah, plus they got transgenders and all that in the army. So it's going to be weak when they're fighting against the Russians. And I was listening to something the other day about Americans. They hate fighting with Russians. They hate the Russians because Russians are more manly. They don't like homosexuals or transgenders in Russia. You understand?
And that gives them even more fire to fight with. Because they don't want to be defeated by whom. So like, what's it, the guy that died by a woman, and she put a rock on his head, didn't it? And he told his subordinate to put a knife through him, so that it can't be told that he got killed by a woman.
Who's that?
What's his name? Was it Agag or?
Oh, it's about Holofernes.
Something like that. But
Yeah.
it was in the Bible there. It says the
But
guy
she put a peg for his head.
No, she put a rock on his head.
Oh, okay.
She crushes him with a rock.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
yeah, she bangs him with a rock. But she, what is it? Yeah, he basically didn't want to be killed by a woman.
Okay.
So now obviously you've got women in hell, you know. So that's what I'm saying. When they go head to head, they don't want to be defeated by a woman, so they're going to be going all out.
Yeah, but women are going to crumble when it comes to that pure
I
fight.
can't see them on the front line.
Yeah, they're going to crumble because they're not supposed to be like that. Even though you've got the Chinese have got women in their army, but they're
not-
completely separate. They do their job. They got America's got the women mingled in the field.
Front line.
Yeah, and that's not supposed to happen.
How you not afraid of?
Oh, that's what I mean.
But then again, that is the Greek.
He's going to be on the back line looking at the man's bottom. You understand? Instead of like, you're not watching your back, he's watching your bottom. Yeah,
But that's the Grecians back then, because they had what is it called? Homosexual partners fighting with their partners in the that's where they made the wedding ring from.
That's when they fight hard.
Yeah, that's
They fight for their boyfriend.
Yeah.
Love against them.
And they showed that in I said
Alexander the Great.
that was the movie 300, you know, the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went into, if you can see it, because it's like it's subliminal, but it was showing you that when the guy came in, he was like, oh, have you been in your woods or something? And his boy went into a chamber, and he went into a chamber or whatever. But he took it again, trust me, it shows you.
Yeah, no.
People won't see it because they haven't done the research,
but-
they just think that it was
Right.
Grecian. But that was straight up homosexual.
Yeah, they're boy lovers. I've done a thing on it the other day. It's called pedestry. These Edomites have always been boy lovers. You know what I mean? They can't help them. So remember the fabric of them, the way they're made, that they can't, like I was reading there, they're not upright. The inward fault is that they're not upright. They can't help it. They don't even know why they do this stuff. But the Lord made them that way. They don't have a leopard change is for being accustomed to even do good. No, they can't do good. Yeah?
That's like what's his name when he goes on the Tim Hansen show, the Peters, remember the guy that goes in there, he goes, oh, I'm something Hansen, isn't it? The American one, he's the counter predator and shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And obviously they don't stop because they caught a senator.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
that's the reason why that show
Oh,
got
okay.
because they accidentally caught
Okay.
someone higher up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden that show is not anymore there. You know what I'm saying?
These Edomites, pedophiles.
So at least
Right.
so alright. So serious. Shall not all these take up a parable against him?
Right.
And they taught him proverb against him and said, woe to him that increases that which is not his.
Right, and all these nations are taking up a taunting proverb now. What's his name? Kim Jong-un. You know what I mean? A lot of these Iran. Right, all these Iran and all that, they're taking up a proverb. This man, because now they got that weapon now. Because remember, he intimidated in World War II. He intimidated all these nations by the hydrogen bomb. That man he looked for. Now he has to negotiate. Before they would have bombed North Korea, but now he has to sit at the table with people like that. Because he's got nuclear weapons. Remember, he's blessed, he's the sword, to live by the sword.
And you know you didn't want to sit with it. They don't want to sit with no nation.
No, because that's why they sit there. Thou come as weepers up. Now they have to sit down, you know what I mean, and negotiate. Saddam Hussein and what's the other one they went to? Iraq and Iran, you found out Iraq and Afghanistan. Who's Gaddafi? Libya. Because they haven't got nuclear weapons. If you ain't got nuclear weapons, you can't sit at the table with the right. Understand? You can sit at the table with you've got nukes, man. You know when you've got nukes? Trouble. World War III is inevitable, yeah? Food shortages, this is flat back. And all these
And
plagues.
they went into there as well because he was going to, he didn't want to, what's the word, trade in, he was putting up a society of gold. He didn't want to trade in dollars.
Yeah.
That's the
He told
reason
us
they rushed to get in there.
Right, that's what he said. He said, look, I don't want your Federal Reserve notes no more. He said, pay me in gold. Or euros. Or you take euros. He said. And that's what they're doing.
Was it the came? We saw he died.
That witch. That evil, flesh-eating witch. Yeah?
So it's here.
She might even run for president. Joe Biden's done. That guy's over. Joe Biden.
The little kids are
Yeah,
there.
he's finished. He's senile. He's gone.
So it's here. What is him that increaseth that which is not his?
Right.
How long unto him that ladeth himself with thick clay?
Why did he increase that was not his? This earth is not his. Yeah? Nothing belongs to this white man. Yeah? He stole everything he's got. Like it tells you, John 10 and 10. The thief cometh not but to steal, to kill and destroy. That's what he's about. He's destroying mountains. Yeah? That's what the Bible tells us. Yeah? Not our words. If you've got any problem, take out with God. We're only speaking God's words. Yeah? Read.
It says here. Woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his.
Right?
How long
Yours.
unto him that ladeth himself with thick clay?
That debt, thick clay is that debt. Now, what's the debt clock now? It must be over 23 trillion or something like that. Everything now, like we said, reserve banking, quantitative easing. He prints money out of thin air. Now he's in debt, thick clay, he's debt. Your society can't run off of debt. Yeah? Just like you said, you've got the ceiling, you've got a glass ceiling where people can't reach, like us. But then you've got a financial ceiling where you can't go over. Not unless you've got something to back it, gold and silver. And they back it with gold and
I
silver.
think I don't know. No, they can't do it now. Responsible. They did the last
No,
one.
they keep doing it. That's why we're in a state now. Because they keep printing. They keep flooding the place with paper. And that causes hyperinflation. There's too much currency in the system. No? More of something, the less value it becomes. It's like they say that there's women. There's more women than men. That's why the man is more higher than the woman. Because the less of something is more valuable. You see what I mean? If you've got less gold, that means the value of it is going to shoot up. Understand? Yeah, it's bad.
It says here. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite me?
Right?
It says it's like a hole. It's just a hole like this, isn't it? It just comes out like a flat, isn't it? It says here. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite me? And await that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booty unto them.
Right, so thou shalt be for booty unto them. Spoils. Booty is spoiled, just like we've been spoils under them. Raped our women, spoil our women. They're walking around with white women's hair on their head, thinking that that's the epitome of beauty. Blonde hair, and that's leprosy.
Malnutrition. What is that for?
A simple one who's like a skeleton. That's what they make it. I like women with meat on their bones. You understand? Something to grab hold of.
A little
You know what I mean?
malnutrition. Got to see their bones.
Yeah, and anorexic. Anorexic, you know what I mean?
Says here. Shall they not rise up suddenly?
Right.
That shall bite thee, and await that shall vex thee,
Right.
and thou shalt be for booties unto them.
Right, spoils. They're going to be spoils unto us, just like we're spoils unto them, and still under their foot. They're going to be under our foot, boy. We're going to do some terrible things. It says we're going to meditate terrors on these devils, bro. Yeah. Read on.
It says here, because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
And a lot of these nations can't wait to get their hands on these red devils, these so-called white people. A lot of nations are just violent, you know what I mean? They just can't wait, you know what I mean? Because they've done a lot of evil, not only to the Israelites, God's chosen, they've done the evil to a lot of these nations. And these nations want to get their hands on them, but you know what? The Lord said sevenfold, not yet. Because you know about Cain tells you that when the people see me looking red as hell, they're going to want to harm me. And the Lord said, no. If anybody touches you, Cain, sevenfold. That's why now, anybody touches these white people, they get punished. But the time is coming when that sword that's going to be taken out of his hand, and he's going to be defenseless. We're going to see what kind of warrior he is without his weapon, his tanks, and his, you know, his army. They see what kind of real man he's getting. Because in these films, he projects himself as being valiant and a warrior. You know, got Russell Crowe and all these guys playing that, you know, Brad Pitt, yeah, playing that there, you know, Superman, and you know,
Morals and high standards.
all these fabricated films making him look like he's this great, strong. He's a pom pom, yeah. He is really a low creature, man. Very low.
Bring back Maccabee version.
Oh yeah, I remember you. Yes, man. Oh yeah, let's the plastic Jamaican. Where I say? The plastic Jamaican. He's born in Jamaica.
It says here, because thou hast spoiled many nations,
Right.
all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
They spoiled many nations. They had the Chinese, they had the Boxers' Revolution, and all these nations what they spoiled. You know what I mean? That's as well.
It says here, because of men's blood,
Because
and
of
for the
men's,
violence of the land, of
Right.
the city, and of all that dwell therein.
because of men's blood, they spilt a lot of men's blood, mainly the children of Israel. That's only the ones the Most High concerned with. Spilling of our blood. Look at Numbers 35, 33. Because he shed a lot of blood, man. And blood, his blood has been shed. That's he's an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Numbers 35, 33.
This switch you off.
Numbers chapter 35, verse 33.
Right.
So ye shall not pollute the land wherein you are,
Right, you're not supposed to pollute the land. Let's see how the land gets polluted.
for blood it defileth the land.
Right, blood. You pollute the land.